can see there that the yellow Chinese stone in the back 8-foot, how important it was that they swept it as far as they could, because 1 or 2 centimeters short, and that wouldn't have been third shot.
Well, yeah, so timeout called by Japan. They're really wanting to think this one through, not to make any mistakes. I think you might have to expect China to make that in-turn draw. I talked about putting it just back to the 4 behind the Japanese shot stone, so maybe you can just play that draw yourself. Top 4, take it away. Could also just put it on the side of the 4-foot.
Yeah, 3.
So Japan confirming that they are lying 3.
So their only real chance is to either freeze to that. But if they come around to the yellow, you're still going to be 1-2. So even if they come around in their shot, you should be able to tap it back. Probably their only chance to get out is to make a freeze. Same shot, right? So you probably want to come maybe just in front of it, right?
Here?
Well, you don't want to over curl, right? Over curl is an easier shot, right?
まあ相手に打たせる方これメイクダブルされてもまあ出せばするもんね。そうだね。ね、マリちゃんのベリーしてても打たせたから。高い方がいい？ちょっと高めの方がいい？うん。ああ。ちょっと高かったらさ上通ってくよね。ああ。そうだね。
So a lot of discussion there, and this is one of these ones where there's a couple of good places to throw it, but there's a lot of bad.
Can you blast this yellow and squeak it out the side door?
Gee, I don't
know. Will you move the red stone on the 8-foot on the right-hand side? Will it stick around?
China would have loved their stone to be frozen directly on that stone in the back of the 8-foot. There's a small gap there. Sanders speculating, if you get a little bit of contact, you could maybe squeeze it sideways. The coaches debating among themselves. Is it there? I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Well, you started this end by thinking if we score 2, we're in pretty good shape. Question is, can you score 2? Bite. There we see Yao Mingwei looking down the ice, and Mari Motohashi being asked to remove that guard.
This one over curling.
No, will it beak? Sticks around, so now it's decision time for Team China.
Perhaps looks easier to catch this on the high side here. Make the slash double rather than in the pocket. There's less risk of spinning the yellow stone into the house by doing this, though.
Motohashi with the big weight, trying to move rocks. 1-2, spring. Perfect. Nice shot there from Mari Motohashi. Kills both the guards and promotes her own feature match, returning here. China versus Japan. China's leading at 4-3. Japan with the last rock here on the 9th. You'd have to say a very, very slight advantage to Team China, but this one could still go either way. Japanese sweepers are going, gee, it's a 10-game training as the physical effort. It's a game of strategy and execution, and that one is nicely played.
You know what? Just keep it there. Didn't make too much of a difference. Or they could have replaced the stone where they thought it would have ended up. Or Japan would also have the option to pull the rock. So China doing that by themselves, obviously very fair play, but
yeah,
almost feel like it maybe wasn't even that necessary. When a stone crosses the hog line and comes into play, you have more options in terms of dealing with the situation, but
Well,
fair play to China.
I was going to say, I mean, I greatly admire the sportsmanship, and instead of effectively making your opponent call the foul on you, you call the foul on yourself.
Exactly.
So it's really good sportsmanship there from Team China.
Just taking that. It's always play. I'm going to have to try and come after it. Tap things around a little bit. Try and free that yellow. Somehow.
Once again, the Japanese sweepers having to work really hard. They get it by the guard, but is it going to over curl? I think it will. Changes the angles, though, so it unlocks those red stones a little bit for Japan, but China is still lying 2. Japan with the hammer. They need 2 to win. Japan scores 1. We're going to go to an extra end. Here we see the effort again. Seems like we've been saying it all day. You know, Yurika Yoshida has just been absolutely pounding it. Been working really hard in this match. Motohashi catches it thin, rolls across the top, and it is a steal of 1 to China. And China roars back in the late going, stealing the 8th end, stealing the 10th end.